You say that Western media is enabling Hamas. You say it's Hamas's co-conspirators. Where is the media lacking? What is lacking?
Well, I think it's a context. I mean, who is Hamas? Who are they and what's their history and what's their goal? I mean, I believe that the goal of Hamas's strategy, the point of the spear, is the media and dead children and dead women. They used to use women as human bombs, women and children. Now they're using them as human shields. The American people, the world, need to know Hamas's strategy. And I don't believe that the media is covering that. Where are the Hamas soldiers? We don't see them because they're hiding. We see the Israeli soldiers. They're wearing uniforms. Why do we only see the images of dead women and children and not the images of Hamas soldiers? That needs to be contextualized by the media.
But how then should the media cover it, do you believe? Do you believe that the media should ignore the deaths?
Absolutely not. But it's the point of the matter is it's Hamas's strategy to delegitimize Israel by making it look like they're killing indiscriminately women and children when we know that's not the case. In fact, Israel has gone to great lengths to not kill women and children. They could have done drone strikes. They're risking their soldiers in very tough combat terrain, and they're losing their soldiers. They could lose none. The point of the matter is there are tunnels throughout Gaza. Hamas has used all of that concrete not to build roads, but to build tunnels, terror tunnels, that head right into Israel. What is Israel to do?
And CNN, I know CNN and my colleagues have reported extensively about the tunnels. Wolf Blitzer, our colleague, even went into one of the tunnels with Israeli soldiers to take a look at those tunnels, and also covering the Israeli side. Mark Regev, the prime minister's spokesman, he's been on CNN, he's been on our show almost daily. But when you have a statement coming from the State Department just overnightly from Jen Psaki calling, let's talk about this the latest attack near a UN shelter, saying the United States is appalled and it's calling it disgraceful, we've got to cover that as well.
Well, you do, but that's the error of the State Department, and you do have to cover it. Look, where I think the media is complicit is in contextualizing this entire problem. There's a monster in the room, not an elephant in the room. There's a monster in the room, and it's Hamas, and it's radical jihad, it's ISIS. You know, in Mosul, for the first time in 1,600 years, there is not a Christian mass. Christians are being driven all over the Middle East, away from their homes, killed, executed, asked to renounce their faith. And I think presenting this story as a story of the Hatfields and McCoys, as a moral equivalency between Israel and Hamas, is a tragedy and a fatal error by the media. These are Nazis, Hamas. They're making life miserable for the people of Gaza. In the end, the people who are suffering the most are the people of Gaza.
I got to stick you on this one point. We are on the ground. We have an anchor.
Right.
We had Wolf Blitzer on the ground in Jerusalem. We have Anderson Cooper there as well. We have Mark Regev on a daily basis. We're covering, I mean, we cover when Israelis are killed. We've covered Israeli funerals. I don't think I need to be defending CNN. I also just want to make sure that you're not saying that we should not be covering or questioning when the casualties continue to mount. The United States, we do the same thing when the United States sees mounting casualties on its own part when the United States is involved in a conflict.
Well, I'm not saying that at all. You should cover it. It's the contextualization. It's who is Hamas? As you're covering Hamas, do the folks really know who they are, who they've been, and who they want to be? Have we routinely reminded people about their desire for the destruction of Israel? I mean, that's your negotiating partner. How do you negotiate with a partner who doesn't want to see you alive? So this is I think, the problem. It's the context, and routinely and continually reminding people who Hamas is and who Israel is.